unbelievable. That's just so embarrassing. And the spikes and the chains and the the Batman style spikes on the wrist gauntlets. Oh God, it's like it was designed by an 8-year-old in the 90s.
Boom. Roasted.
Ooh. Ooh. Look at this. I just opened up Toy Arc and we've got the Builder figure for the Flash Darkest Night? DC Multiverse Speed Metal, the Darkest Night Bath. I'm going to go take a little look at that now because that looks interesting. Sehr interessant, as the Germans say. Oh, and we've got another character as well. I don't know who this guy is because, you know, not only is it DC, but it's Flash. So that's like 2 layers of stuff that I don't care about to try and get through. But I do like pretty action figures. So let's just take a little look. Let's see this guy. We've got like a blue Flash dude. Wally West. Okay, this is what I was saying in Good News that I was recording today. Was I know enough about the Flash to know that this is not the classic Flash look for this character. So I guess that's what this speed metal story is. They're all wearing different costumes, and it's all they look very 90s. They look very badass, very kind of, you know, pockets and pouches and all that sort of thing. And you can collect them and put them all together to make that weird looking Batman type creature. I mean, look at the state of this guy. Friggin' Ziggy Stardust Flash over here. State of your costume, mate. Like, seriously, he goes out like that? Is that why his superpower is to run so fast so no one can see him? Because that's embarrassing, man. Like, what is going on with these metal spikes on his knee pads? Like, why? What? I don't know who came up with that, but like you talk about the excess of the 90s. That looks like the ultimate 90s type costume redesign. It's like let's take this character and then redesign them with pockets and pouches and chains and spikes. It totally looks like someone was trying to ape Todd McFarlane or Rob Liefeld in the early 90s. That's a bad look. Like this state of this guy. Also, like, is he supposed to have a blemish on his chest there? Is that supposed to be there? Or is that just like a bit of schmutz on the character? Because that's your official promo image. And I'm saying, like, if it's supposed to be there, it's a lame design. Because, like, what? So you designed him to have like a little bit of schmutz on his top? Oh man! And looking at the back of this guy, is he wearing a thong? I'm pretty sure he's wearing a sexy PVC thong. Oh my goodness, McFarlane DC guys, like I don't even have to say anything myself. You know, like you guys write this for me. Absolute state of your character designs, mate. The paint, like is that painted or are they like weird lightning bolt scars? Like who came up with this? It's an embarrassment. Okay, this looks okay. This looks all right. And actually, looking at this design, I'm seeing absolute carnage, guys. There must be some customizers out there who just want to paint that dude red, chop the ears off, boom, you got yourself a customized Carnage. That looks decent. That looks okay, but man, you're gonna have to buy a whole load of crappy action figures to get your hands on that. Jeez. And look, they can't even pose him well. I mean, look at that left knee all turned in there. It looks like terrible. That's a good looking shot. There you go. And again, more absolute carnage. That's totally what that looks like. But yeah, unfortunately, as you're saying, Tristan, man, I can't unsee that diaper. As a big old diaper going on there. Why, Todd McFarlane? Why? You never used to do that with your old action figures. Why have you suddenly decided that your characters should all have rubber pants? Why are all of the McFarlane DC figures incontinent now? They're all running around awkwardly in their rubber McFarlane incontinence pants. But yeah, looking at this guy, except for the waist with the pants, which looks bad. The rest of that does look good. And yeah, I'm just seeing absolute carnage. And like the back with like the bones and the spine sticking out there, it does look cool. I have no idea. The Darkest Night. There you go. That's what this character is. The Darkest Night. Never seen that before in my life. But yeah, geez, Louise, just looking at this lineup, absolutely shocking, mate. I would be if it wasn't a complete waste of money, which it would be, I would be tempted to buy this entire wave just to review it and just rip each one of these guys to pieces, because each one of them is derpy and gormless in their own way. Like this freaking Wally West guy. Look, it's weird because his lips are actually normal. His mouth looks kind of normal, but then because of the sculpting around like the jowls here, and also the way that his mask kind of forces the attention down to his cheekbones and bringing his chin up, it just looks like he's like, hello, I'm the Flash. I have the power to run fast. Garbage, guys. McFarlane, you're embarrassing yourself. That's all I'm saying. It's just, I look, you know, thank goodness I'm not hearkening for a McFarlane endorsement here, because yeah, and also while I'm at it, like the first rule of art school is like motion and projection of direction. So I'm a poet and I didn't know it. The projection of direction, folks. Where are these lightning bolts going? He's running this direction, and some of them are going like back, like you would expect them to, and some of them are going like straight up off his foot. And now I know that if his legs were straight, they would also be going back. But then why would they be going back if he's just standing still? None of that makes any sense. They should have had them at an angle. That would have worked. Like, just no, just really bad. And then I've been saying this before about the McFarlane torso swivels. Like, they don't look good because they're too big. They stand out from the character too much. The upper, the rib cage, when you can see the shadow underneath, it's too much, man. It's just too much. It looks like a stick, like an ice cream stick, and then the like the torso just stuck on top. Just not good. Not good, guys. I'm going back over these guys now because I'm like I was too kind to you originally. See there, look, all of the lightning is moving in the correct direction, the way it should be. It's all going back like that. But then why is it going back? Because he's not moving forward. He's not running. It's you can't find a happy medium there. That's, you know what? I'm not just going to talk trash for the sake of it. The view from behind there, it looks fine. Looks a little bit, again, the hands look a bit funny, but besides that, that's okay. And hey, look, at least it's a nice window box. That's one thing that you do have over Hasbro, is that the boxes do look nice at least. But yeah, just back to this guy. Jeez Louise. Like, so Max Moon had sex with Ziggy Stardust and this abomination popped out. State of your costume, absolutely embarrassing. Could you imagine being one of the Flashes, like on a team with this guy? He'd be like, all right, everybody, let's get out and solve some crime. It's like, I tell you what, why don't you go solve crime over there? Okay, I'm going to stand over here and just wait for you to go somewhere. I'm really interested. I'm really interested to know what the story is behind this, because there must be a storyline reason as to why this guy is dressed up like an absolute moron. Like, there's got it can't be. Could anyone help me out here? Does anyone read DC comics? Like, they must do. So someone's got to be responsible for this. I need to get Todd McFarlane. Somebody get Todd McFarlane on this channel right now. I want an explanation as to why this guy is dressed up like such a doofus. an absolute doofus with this little pointy hat. Unbelievable. That's just so embarrassing. And the spikes and the chains and the the Batman style spikes on the wrist gauntlets. Oh God, it's like it was designed by an 8-year-old in the 90s. That's what it is. And the face paint is just everything about it. It's like a perfect storm of crap. Oh my giddy lord. Just bonkers. Absolutely the worst thing I have ever seen, which actually does paradoxically cross over the line to becoming the best thing I've ever seen. I'm calling it now. This is my figure of 2022. I'm buying this. If I see this in Forbidden Planet, I'm buying it. I'm having it. I have to. All right. Whew, let me slow down a little bit here. This guy, unfortunately, I'm sad to say, doesn't look that terrible by comparison. You know how like sometimes you'll get sort of like people hanging out with people who make them look better, even though they themselves are kind of like average. That's what this guy is doing right here. This guy looked in the mirror, saw his costume, and was like, "Oh, geez, do I have to go out in this?" And Superman and Batman were like, yeah, you do. We've chosen it. You want to be in the Justice League? You got to wear this costume. He's actually wearing it. Oh my God, that's so cool. So he's like, okay, if I've got to wear this costume, then I'm at least going to try and find some legion of losers who I can hang out with that will make me look better. And that's it. So this is the least bad costume. This guy looks passable. At least he looks passable. And even his electricity looks kind of passable because it's not jutting off of him in directions that don't make sense. It's more sort of encompassing him. That works. You got it right with that one, Todd. You got it right with that one, McFarlane, guys. Although having said that, it does come off the back a little bit here. So you can see that it's not going to be a perfect fit. It's still going to look a little bit silly. But again, take it off and it looks better. It looks better without it at all. The side profiles still look very derpy. They look very sort of like head jutting forward. Not a good look. And then finally, this guy. Oh, our Lord Father Todd, thank you for this gift you have bestowed upon us to wrap up this live stream. Yes, we are wrapping up this live stream now because I don't know about you, but I'm getting exhausted doing this. And this guy is going to finish me off. This gimp suit this guy's wearing. Full on Pulp Fiction. Bring out the gimp. Gimp sleeping. Well, you best go wake him up, Dan. The gimp has painted lightning bolts on his arms. Why did he do that? I don't know. Oh, here comes Bruce Willis with a katana. What is this guy wearing? Who is this guy? Is this Barry? Is this last one Barry? Man, Barry, what did they do to you? You're going to need a crisis flashpoint just to fix this abomination. Geez, is he wearing a tire? Because I can tell you one thing. If you had to wear that costume for 365 days, that would not be a good year. Anyone? Oh, wait, I can't hear you all laughing. That's fine. I assume you are. Yeah, okay, before we move on. No, I'll move back. First of all, I still want the schmutz identified. I love that word. The schmutz on his costume. Like, should that be there? Help me out. Like, if that's supposed to be there, then why would you design his costume to have like a little bit of bird poo this is what it looks like. It looks like he was running so fast he didn't notice a bird literally pooed on him, and he's just got some bird poop. You can imagine him turning up to this big fight with, I don't know who's the big bad in DC, like the Anti-Monitor. Don't know who that is, but that's a name I know. Or the Dark Side. There you go. And he's like, "Don't worry, Batman, Green Lantern, I'm here." And Superman's like, "Hey, thanks for coming. You know, you got some poop on you." Oh, geez. Sorry. It's not coming off. But like, if it's not meant to be there, if that's not part of the design, then these are your official reveal photos. Like, if that's not supposed to be on there, like, did no one just stop and go, guys, we should probably use a figure that doesn't have white crap on it? Like, did that not occur to anyone? Who's in charge of quality control here? Because I want to talk to them. Again, Todd, where are you? I know you're watching. I'm pretty sure. It's not like you're doing anything else. You're certainly not checking the photos of your action figures before they go out. Jeez Louise, man. This is so bad. Absolute roasting I'm doing here, and rightly so. Painted on lightning bolts on your arms. Like, who let you out like that? If I was your dad, I would say you're not going out like that. You're an embarrassment. You're an embarrassment to the family. And I'm being told it's part of the comic design. Okay, Nathan, you're saying this is part of the comic design. Holy moly. DC, diabolical. Absolutely. And there's the same horizontal lightning as well. It's such a gimp suit. It's just so, like, nothing wrong with gimp suits. You know, if whatever floats your boat, man, it takes all sorts to make the world go round. But Jesus wept. Not for my action figures, man. No, thank you. Absolutely not. Get out. Shut the front door. I've had it. And then finally, we've got the Blackest Night, who actually looks okay. So we discussed him already. Whew. And that was a speed metal line. I'm exhausted. Okay, guys, that took us well over the 1 hour mark because I kind of went off on one there. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what came over me. Just I started rolling on Todd, and I just couldn't stop. So, guys, I think that's probably a good time to call it. With that amount of vitriol going on there, there may be some McFarlane fans that I might have upset. Or perhaps some that thoroughly enjoyed that. Look, why does Comedy Central do their roasts? Because people love the folks that they're roasting. Todd McFarlane kept me in action figure addiction all throughout the 90s. So, you know, you get my thanks for that, Todd. But man, that was some shocking displays there.